Welcome to Learn Yourself. Today we are going to study about structure of atom, and this is the fourth chapter under CBSE Standard 9 syllabus. So we will first here discuss about two scientists who, after the Dalton's theory, they have discovered two subatomic particles of atom. Now what is the meaning of subatomic particle? This is atom, this is nucleus. In nucleus, proton is there and neutron is there, and because of the positive charge particle present in the nucleus, the electron will rotating around the nucleus. So this all are subatomic particles because they are within the atom, and we are considered them as a particles of atom. So that's why they are subatomic particle. So once these two particles have been discovered by this scientist, the Dalton's theory was not hold true for all these things, because we have to accommodate these particles into the atom or within the atom. So after this, some scientists have given their model, a proposed model of atom. This we know today, and this is the correct one. But earlier, when they were discovering and when they did not know that this is the correct structure of atom, they have proposed some of the model of atom. Got failed because of were not hold true for some of the speculation and for some of the experiments. So we are going to go through all those details, and we will study all those proposed models given by the scientist at that time, and we will simultaneously discuss that what all were the drawbacks, what all was the assumption of those scientists, and why those models were failed in today's scenario. So all these details we are going to discuss in this chapter, and later on we will see that how we are deciding the valency of atom, how atoms are having a tendency to become stable, and that's why they are forming bond and they will make compounds. All these things we are going to study in this chapter. So first two things we need to know that J.J. Thomson was the first scientist who found out the first subatomic particle, and that was electron. And this electron was identified by him. The scientist's name was J.J. Thomson. Second scientist was Goldstein, and he found out that there is a presence of another particle in the atom. So presence of new radiation in gas charge he discovered and called them Cannon rays. And these rays were positively charged and they will get deflected by the negative environment, and also these particles were having the mass 2 times greater than that of the electrons. So later on this lead to and discovery of proton as one of the subatomic particle of atom. So now going forward we are going to discuss the atomic structure given by the J.J. Thomson than atomic structure given by the Rutherford. This was the model proposed by Thomson, and he compared this model to Christmas pudding and watermelon. So let us discuss first Thomson's model of atom. He suggested this type of model and he compared this with Christmas pudding, that how the dry fruits are evenly distributed on the pudding, and pudding we are thinking as of a positive sphere. So this is a positive sphere. Onto that electron charge are equally distributed. So this was his discovery and his proposed model of atom. We can also think of watermelon, that in how red structure the seeds of the watermelon are evenly distributed. So that is how he predicted the structure of atom. He also proposed two main points, that an atom consists of positively charged sphere and the electrons are embedded in it. So in complete positive sphere, the electrons are evenly distributed onto that. Then second, the negative and positive charges are equally in magnitude, because the atom as a whole is electrically neutral. This was the point we which he predicted correctly, that how much ever negative charge is there in the atom, that much magnitude of negative charge is also present in the atom, because as a whole atom is electrically neutral. So he said that whatever magnitude the negative particle has, the same amount of magnitude positive particles will also carry in this structure of atom. So these were the 2 points he proposed. In exam, the question can come like, show a structure of proposed model of J.J. Thomson, or question can come like, write 2 points proposed by a J.J. Thomson. So you need to remember the structure, and also you need to remember these 2 points, that what he has predicted or what he proposed about atom. Rutherford's model of atom. Rutherford performed one experiment before proposing a model of atom. In this experiment, he took a gold foil, a very thin gold foil he took, and he took it because he wanted a very thin foil of metal. And he took a gold foil about 1000 atom thick, and then he bombarded this foil with an alpha particle. So alpha particle he took, which were doubly charged helium ions, and the mass of the alpha particle was about 4 unit, and the fast moving particles have considerable amount of energy. So when he bombarded, those particles were having mass, and those particles were having also good amount of energy. Alpha particles were much heavier because it has a mass of 4 unit. Then protons, compared to protons, they were heavier. He did not much expected to see a large deflection, because he thought that what all atoms are here, they are having negligible mass, but what particles I am bombarding on the foil, it has much weight compared to the proton. It has 4 unit mass, and those particles are having considerable amount of energy, so they should pass through the foil. That's what he was expected. He did not expect to see much deflection of these rays, because these rays were quite heavier and they had quite a lot of energy. But what he saw is most of the particles passed straight to the foil. Second, some deflected by small angle like this. Some particles passed through straight through the foil. Some deflected like this with a small angle. But one of every 12,000 particles rebound. What is the meaning of rebound? This is the meaning of rebound, that it came back. And what he said, that this result is highly unexpected, and it is like you are firing 15-inch shell or a bullet to a tissue paper and it comes back and hit you. So he was thinking this as a tissue paper, and he said that when you are firing a 15-inch shell to a tissue paper and it comes back, this is just as like that. This situation he considered as equal to you are firing a bullet to a tissue paper, because he was thinking that this particle do not have considerable amount of mass, but the rays which came back and rebound suggested that they have a solid mass inside them. Because of that only those rays have came back. So question can be asked from this topic is, what were the observation of Rutherford's experiment and what he said and what he was expected. Then we need to write that he did not expected to see much rebound or deflection, but these were the observation, that some of the particles passed straight through, some of the particles deflected by less angle or small angle, then one of every 12,000 particle rebound. And he said that, and he compared this foil with tissue paper and a gamma rays with a firing shell. So all this detail you need to mention in that. So based on his experiment, he derived some of the conclusion. That first is, most of the space inside the atom is empty, because most of the alpha particles have passed passed through the gold foil. So he suggested that most of the space inside the atom is empty. Then second point, he concluded that very few have been deflected. So it indicates that positive charge on atom occupies small space. Then third point is alpha particles deflected by 180 degree, or the alpha particle which bounced back indicates that all positive charge and mass concentrated in a very small volume of atom, because very less amount of particles have been rebound. So very small space of atom has a solid mass, or that mass have been accumulated in a very small space. Then what model he proposed was within these 3 points. Question has been asked that suggests that what model Rutherford has proposed after his experiment. Then these 3 points you need to mention. That positive charge is in the center, and he gave a name of this center, a nucleus, and he said that all the mass is accumulated in the nucleus at the center of the atom. Then second, electron revolves around the nucleus. Electron revolves around the mass of atom, and that is center of the atom. Then third point, size of nucleus is very small compared to atom. That is the reason that very small amount of rays have been bounced back. If the mass of atom was acquiring much larger space, then so many rays would have been bounced back. But this was not the case with the experiment. So he said that size of nucleus is very small compared to atom. Now the last point of this Rutherford model is the drawback of Rutherford model. Why this model was not successful, and now we will discuss the reason for the same. So what was the drawback of Rutherford's model of atom? They guessed it that the revolution of electron in circular orbit is not expected to be stable. Rutherford proposed that this is the nucleus and electron is rotating around this nucleus, and they expected that this revolution will not be stable, because during acceleration charge particle, electron is charge particle, so during acceleration charge particle will radiate some amount of energy, and this would lead to a loss of energy. When continuously they are rotating around the nucleus, they will radiate some energy and ultimately they will lost energy, and when they will completely lose the energy, finally they will fall back to nucleus. So in this scenario the atom should not be stable. So they said that atom should be highly unstable if this is the scenario, or this is the case, or this is the model of atom. But this statement is not true, because all the matter existed in the nature, all the atoms existed in the nature are quite stable, and all the atoms of that matter are quite stable. So whatever they have expected that this is an structure of atom and electrons are rotating around the nucleus, then it should not be stable. But in the nature the matter is quite stable. So this was the main drawback of Rutherford, that his model and he was failed to explain this phenomena through his structure. So this was the main drawback of his structure. We will discuss Bohr's model of an atom. So this was the model proposed by Bohr, and he suggested this model after the Rutherford proposed his model. And he gave two postulates about it, that only certain special orbits known as discrete orbits of electrons are allowed inside the atom. Then second, while revolving in discrete orbits, the electrons do not radiate energy. So he suggested that atom is quite stable. Even though electrons are rotating around, they are not losing energy, they are not radiate any kind of energy. And he proposed this structure of atom, in which he suggested that these are the energy levels which are around the nucleus, and he said that first energy level he mentioned as a K, second energy level he mentioned as L, and successively M and N. And he said that electrons are distributed among this energy levels, and he said that these are energy levels of the atom. So these two postulates we need to remember. Question can come as mention two postulates given by the Bohr's model of atom, or which two postulates have been predicted by the Bohr's. Then this is important question, and it can be asked in 1 mark question that what name has been suggested by Bohr for orbits, what he called the orbitals. Then you need to mention that energy levels.